the cast of Menopause the Musical and their connection to the Show Me Arts Academy, next on City Corner. Hi, I'm Sarah Thompson, and welcome to City Corner. The Playhouse at Westport Plaza is presenting Menopause the Musical in January through March, and today we're lucky to have 3 of the 4 cast members here, and so we're going to talk about the production, all of its highlights, and then in the second half of the show, we're going to talk about their connection to a wonderful local arts nonprofit organization called Show Me Arts Academy. But let's first focus on the musical. That's coming up the soonest, and I just want to thank you both, all 3 of you, I should say, for coming here today. Thank you so much.
Wow, our pleasure, Sarah.
So there's a lot here. First, Menopause the Musical, international hit. For those who haven't seen it and aren't familiar with it, maybe Marty, start us off and tell us what it's about.
Oh, wow. I have to say, it is the greatest girls' party that anyone could ever be invited to. Mm-hmm. Now, men are welcome. Mm-hmm. Let me just say that. They are welcome. But the women will have a ball. It's a blast. Mm-hmm. We're singing songs that almost everyone knows, but we're putting our little twist on it, and we're having fun with that unso-friendly situation called menopause.
And it's really interesting because I feel since the production came out, I mean, people talk more, especially women, more proudly and openly about what's just a natural course of what happens in your life. And I think this has really been a catalyst for that, would you say?
Yes, it has for me personally, because when I started in 2006, I knew nothing about it. But now I'm singing from a real place.
Like, this is very, very personal. I have to say, you guys have a really great energy and synergy about yourself. And Leanne, I mean, this isn't the first time, when this starts in January, this is not the first time you've worked together. Do you want to kind of give us a background on how you know each other?
Sure. Well, as Marty said, the first time the show opened was 2006 here in St. Louis. And we were all a part of that original production. And it was 2006 to 2007. We ran for about 16 months. And since then, we have returned twice and are gearing up for our third revival.
And so what's it like? I mean, does it feel at this point pretty natural when you get together and start rehearsals, you know, the music and everything? Or is it, how different is it when you're approaching it, what, the 4th time now or more?
There are interesting muscle memories that come back immediately, and then there are things that we're like, no, we never did it like that. What do we have to do now? So it's kind of a combination of both. But as far as personally, what's so exciting is that the 4 of us are a family, and we are just thrilled to be together again.
Yes, and performing this. And so Laura, tell me, I mean, what do you think about the production? I mean, tell me about your character and who you play, and sort of what it's like for you.
I play Earth Mother, who is an old hippie. In my head, she lives on a commune farm in the Midwest. She loves the universe and everyone in it. Very quirky, odd personality. She's everybody's pal. Great fun to do. And since we all now have worked so much together, we can kind of read each other's minds. So
in character, or just in general?
Well, kind of in general. But in general, the dressing room is hilarious. But on stage, we have such a connection to each other that on those occasions where something does go awry, all we have to do is look at each other, and it's almost as if we're like, okay, you're going to do this and you're going to do that, but nobody says a word, and somehow we find our way out.
That's really great.
It's so funny, this show.
Well, let's talk about this. I mean, it starts off, I mean, let's really, the storyline. It starts off in a department store, right? And so it's pretty simple, but then what ensues?
Well, the whole play takes place in Bloomingdale's.
Okay.
And the audience meets these 4 characters who are all very different. We have the Earth Mother. I play the soap star, who is kind of an aging soap opera actress who is sort of getting pushed out of show business because she's aging. And then Marty's character is the power woman. She's a businesswoman. She's successful. She's go, 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 go. And then the 4th character, sorry.
I said, none of this is funny to me.
And the 4th fourth character is an Iowa housewife who is visiting New York for the very first time, and that's played by Rosemary Watts Dreyer, who's been with us from the beginning.
From the beginning.
And
she's very naive and sweet and
just wide-eyed. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, and we come together over an argument over panties, and
at the lingerie counter.
And then as the play unfolds, we get to know one another. We each kind of get to sort of express some of the issues that we're having personally. And then we come together in this just great celebration of sisterhood.
Well, I've got some clips. I think we'll start off with Marty's clip. And this is, so people know, I mean, this is a musical, so you're singing.
Yes.
And I would say to set it up, but I'm not sure if you know what clip that is going to be. So I'm going to toss it over and we'll take a look at that clip and then we'll talk about it. Just.
Change, 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 change the life. Change, 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 change the life.
All right, so that's obviously based off of Chain of Fools, Aretha Franklin.
Yes,
So
exactly.
So what is your character singing about there?
Well, she's singing about those changes in her life. And those changes are coming rapid, and there's nothing she can do about it. Again, as Leanne introduced, my character is a professional woman, formerly known as Power Woman, but either or. This is someone who represents everything she does is in order. She tells others what to do. She's the boss. And in menopause, she's not. I'm sweating because it's time to sweat. I'm upset. I'm crying. I'm emotional. I'm angry. I'm all of these things. And I have no control over these emotions, as I'm sure most women could probably relate to that. And so singing about that piece, change, 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 it's like it's coming. And it's nothing I can do about it.
No, and I think what the popularity of this too is it's undeniable. I mean, we're all aging, right? From the second that you're born. But for women especially, you hit this point where it's 40 plus and somehow your identity just starts getting, you just become sort of seen as part of the masses. The public sort of views your individuality almost as less. And so one way to talk about this is through humor. And I think that's what people love about it. I'm going to go to another clip. And Leanne, this is yours. We're going to take a look at this clip and talk about it afterwards.
You changed a lot, I'm sure, from the girl you used to be. But with those changes comes the strength of your convictions and feeling free. With luck, you'll see your way and find a reason to smile. With luck, you'll just ignore the fashionista victims of what's in style.
So that was Laura's clip. We'll do yours next, Leanne. So that's Mother Earth.
Earth Mother.
Earth Mother.
And Iowa housewife.
So what is she singing about?
We are in the ladies' room there, and we're talking about a sign of the times. How everything we've known is now gone. Our bodies are on their own here. We can't do anything about what's happening. So we're going to find a way to deal with it. And the theme of the whole show is humor is what's going to save you. The audiences absolutely scream with laughter, which for us is like a drug. It's, to make 300 people just scream is such a high for us. And we actually, the first time we did the show, we actually received a letter from a lady who had been struggling terribly with menopause. I'm the grandma of the group, literally. I have 2 grandchildren.
I'm a grandmother.
Well, that's right, that's right.
I have 3.
But I'm quite a bit older than everyone else. So I know firsthand what everyone's talking about here. We had gotten this letter from a lady who said that she felt alone in her menopausal problems. Do you remember this? And that she was so miserable and felt so isolated, she had actually considered committing suicide. Oh my God. And someone convinced her to come see the show. which gave her a whole new way of looking at what was happening to her, and that you really could find sisterhood with other people. So we invited her to come and sit with us for dinner, and she saw the show a number of times. And
That's
so
such a great story.
knowing we had that sort of an effect.
Yeah, for sharing that. Leanne,
Huge.
I do want to get to your clip, so we'll take a look at it. But thank you for sharing that story. That really speaks volumes, I think, to the power of the production. We're going to take a look at one more clip. Here it is.
'Cause some young chick would be playing me. They could have told me themselves that they're putting me on the shelf. Instead, I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer is the job mine. Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine. And I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, honey, yeah. People say believe half of what you read, child, and none of what you hear. Don't blame your mind for being confused until it's true. Don't you live in fear. But if they plan to let me go for some young chick so and so, you said you heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer is the job mine. But it's only through the grapevine. And I'm sure you're gonna be this time. Honey, honey, yeah. Can I have another look at that article? Oh, no,
No, it's very fun. And I mean, interestingly, here you are, an actress playing an actress, and all three of you actresses and aging, and that's kind of what, you know, the song is about. I mean, when you're performing it, are you like, this is so real, I'm totally relating to this kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, so that song is about my character hearing rumors that she's going to be replaced by a younger woman, and panicking, and thancfully this is sort of how these two characters bond. Is the power woman really tries to kind of talk her off the ledge and say, you know what, just it's going to be okay. No matter what happens, it's going to be okay. So just, you know, don't freak out. And the soap star is prone to freaking out because she's dramatic. So I spend most of the play freaking out until I finally realize it's okay to let go of some of those more superficial sort of needs and realize that there's something more important.
Yeah, no, it looks like, I mean, when you're just watching the clips, I mean, it's undoubtedly, there's just the fun, you know, it seems contagious. We've got the information there for you on the screen. It's Menopause the Musical. It's taking place January 9th through March 31st at the Playhouse at Westport Plaza. For tickets, go to metrotix.com, and you can call 534-1111-1111. And I'm told there's a promo going on right now, and we will get that promo code information for you in the next segment. But for more information, go to playhouse@westport.com. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're actually going to talk about Show Me Arts Academy and how this lovely cast is involved with that organization. Please stay with us.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Whoa, 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 whoa. Can you feel the sun?
I'm Sarah Thompson, and welcome back to City Corner. We've been talking to some of the cast of Menopause the Musical. We're going to kind of shift gears for the second segment and talk about a nonprofit arts organization that's here in St. Louis called Show Me Arts Academy. And the reason it's connected to Menopause the Musical is, Marty, you are the founder and artistic director, is that correct?
That is correct.
And Laura, you're the former head of the dance department.
The dance director, yes.
So tell me about, you said it's SMA, is that the,
yes.
for the acronym? But
Yes.
Show Me Arts Academy, tell me more about the organization.
Well, again, I am the founder, and when the unrest happened in Ferguson, I felt like it was almost my personal duty to somewhat give back to our community. And so I thought why not expose these children to the arts? We hear more and more every day that the arts are being taken out of school, and I think that's somewhat the issue. For me personally, music saved my life. I would not be doing what I'm doing today had it not been for a teacher to recognize that I had a gift and a talent and actually set a foundation for me, and I wanted to give that back. So I needed to make that happen with some professionals. I'm like, okay, who do I know? I know these ladies. I know these fabulous ladies in Menopause the Musical, and I'm wondering if they would feel the same.
Wow.
And from the moment that I called each of them, they were like, yes, when do we get started? What do you need me to do? And they jumped in, and we have created this together. And although they are no longer really active in Show Me Arts Academy, I have new staff, and that happens. However, I could not have done this without them, and they will always be a part of it, whether they claim it or not.
Yeah.
They're going to be a part of it because I love them.
Well, I think that's really interesting. So here you are in your first run together in the cast for Menopause the Musical, and then you have this idea. And then what did you think, Laura, when Marty came to you and said,
Well,
I want to start this nonprofit? And
Marty invited me to dinner for my birthday. And then, and then sprang this idea on me. And wouldn't I like to take over the whole dance division? Ulterior motives, but of course I said yes, because the idea is wonderful.
Yeah.
And what, 2,200 kids have come through the program. We did a summer in Ferguson with over 100 children who thrived in the program. Their parents were astounded when we did our big recital at the end of the summer, and they could see what their children were capable of doing. There is a confidence level that happens to kids who have succeeded on stage. Plus, there's just something about the camaraderie, how attached you become to the people you're performing with, how you learn to be a team, even if you never play a sport in your life. It's a level playing field that a lot of kids don't get, because everyone is important. Every contribution to the production, the performance, is equally important. So children have a whole different view of what they're able to do, what they're capable of.
no, that's such a great point. There's a photo of you,
Yeah,
actually.
look at
So Marty, how does it work? How exactly does the program work? For what ages, and for anyone listening to this, if they're interested in enrolling their child, or how exactly does it work?
Sure. Well, we have, things are growing. Let me just say that. So we have Show Me Arts Academy classes, which is, Laura was over the department for the dance. We have theater, music, poetry, DJ engineering, visual arts. And so we have everyone over those departments, and we connect. We're community partners, like with Matthews Dickey's Boys and Girls Clubs, other community centers, schools, churches, wherever there's a need for the arts and there are children that need to be exposed, give us a call and we will come in and we will try to, make that work as a partner. We also have a very unique program, which is Spreading the Love, and these are 20 hand-picked children that I pick, and we travel all around the country. Actually, 2 summers ago, we had taken them to Washington, D.C., New Jersey, and New York, and just exposed them to the arts.
Yes.
We created something called pop-up concerts, and so the idea of the pop-up concerts is to take music into the community and change the atmosphere. So whatever is happening, sometimes people are on the elevator with each other and we don't even bother to take the time to say hello. So can you imagine being on the elevator and all of a sudden 20 kids just bust out singing how your day will just change and you will tell everybody about it? Well, that's the whole purpose of that, just spreading love in those little pockets. And this year, I'm excited. We are raising money right now as we speak so that they can go to Los Angeles, California.
Wow. Wow. And to do what? What are they going to do?
The same thing. They're going to go and do these pop-up concerts, and we're going to spread love, just taking it from city to city.
Yeah. I thought it was such an interesting, I do think it's really interesting that you sort of developed this friendship, the two of you, and then obviously with the other cast members, and then started a nonprofit, or when you had the idea to start that nonprofit, but to reach to them first. I mean, and you pointed out, I think, Laura, talking about when you're on stage, just the energy and the friendships that are developed. Yes. Because is it because you're exposed in a different way? Is it because you're showing in acting and performing, you're showing a side of yourself that makes you more connected or intimate with the person who's doing it with you on stage?
Yes, well, it should. I think we've all done productions where we looked great on stage together, but not so much out, off the stage. Our particular group and our understudy, Judy Mann, we're close. We are connected. Yeah. We will always be connected. If we never did the show again, we'd still be a regular part of each other's lives. And I think that's sort of particular to the St. Louis cast. We are closer than the other companies are. They all get along fine. That's not the issue. But our choreographer last year, when we were working, came up to me one day and said, "It's just amazing how connected you all are to each other."
You can sense it. I mean, just when
we have each other's backs. And,
there's definitely a sort of synergy that it seems that you share, and that's just really interesting to then take that and to share that with young people. I did see, I was looking on your social media feed for Show Me Arts Academy, that some of the students met. Did they meet Beyonce? Yeah, and I think we will throw up some of the photos. I think we have some photos from maybe backstage with that, but
That was such an exciting moment. My daughter is in marketing, and she loves Beyonce. Of course, we all do now. We just love her. And when she heard about our group, she was so generous, and she gave us over $30,000 worth of tickets for our children to come and watch the concert in the Beehive. And of course, she acknowledged them, and we had an opportunity to go backstage and meet all of her dancers and background singers and staff, and they just rolled out the red carpet for these children. Their lives will forever be impacted by this in such a positive way, including myself. This moment, and we're still on her website. As a matter of fact, if you go to Beyonce.com, hashtag Be Good, which is BEYGOOD, they did a whole story about Show Me Arts Academy, and for us to still be on her website, I'm thinking, okay, maybe we'll land there for about a week and then we're gone. We're still there, and I just love that about her, because she doesn't have to do that, and she has worldwide connections. So there's no telling who could hear about us, and we love that when artists reach back.
There's something really, I think, powerful that happens when young people, I think when you're a performer professionally, even in this business, you meet so many people who are just extraordinary that you sometimes take it for granted. But when you see young people meet someone who they either idolize or they have such a talent, and it connects with the talent that they have, what it does to them, it's to have that encounter with a professional. It just, I think you both sort of have spoken to this, it just takes them that much further. It gives them that boost of confidence. You've probably seen that with the students you work with.
Yes, we have.
Well, and it makes the person real to the kids, and makes the children start to think, well, maybe I could do that. You know, I know I was lucky to have parents who said, why not you? You could do this. Go for it. And killed themselves to put me through dancing school and countless classes in drama and voice lessons, and because they believed in me. And a lot of kids don't have that. And we do provide that for the kids.
So you're saying that you had a family that was just encouraging, and you've probably had a lot of influences. Marty, it seems like it was a teacher who really, did you say?
It was my music teacher. By the time I attended Webster Groves, that in the 9th grade, I had already attended 10 different schools. I come from a family of dysfunction, and sometimes that is the story behind a a lot of people's backstory, and that happens to be mine. And I'm okay with that because I've learned to develop and make something out of those lemons, if you will.
Absolutely.
We have some wonderful sweet lemonade going on right now because of that backstory.
Right. Yeah, no, that's great. I just happened to see the other day an interview with Tiffany Haddish, and her story is just really speaks to a lot of that. Like, despite whatever you might go through, it's like to find the humor and the positivity, and just let it take that ride. Let it go. Back to the musical, Menopause the Musical. We're gonna shortly wrap up. Why should people come out and see this? It's just gonna be a great time. What's your one big pitch to the show?
It is so utterly uplifting that you are changed after you see it. It's silly and funny, and there's a lot of nonsense going on there. But it changes people's attitudes toward menopause, which is a horrible thing. But if you can laugh about it, if you can realize there is a sisterhood in menopause, it changes the whole way you feel about it.
Yeah, no, that's great. Do you have anything else to
Yes, I want them to come out and see it because right now we're going through some major things in our community and in our world. And we can't find a lot of things to laugh at right now. This is the place where you can come and let all of those things just for 90 minutes be behind you. Connect with someone next to you. Find love. Find a way to say, you know what, today I'm going to start over. I'm going to be positive about something. I'm going to go back into my community, even if it's to connect with another woman, to tell her how to deal with menopause, where you probably would not have said that before. So come and just get a restart. Just, hit that restart button.
And get re-energized. Well, thank you both for being here. Thank you so much. And a thank you to Leanne, who is not joining us for this segment. But
and Rosemary, who's not
able to be here.
And Judy, And Judy is a part of Show Me Arts Academy. She still teaches the theater class.
Got it. That is great. Well, thank you again. And we've got the information there for you on the screen. This is for Show Me Arts Academy. We've talked about it in the second segment. If you're interested in learning more, go to showmeartsacademy.com. 4 locations served, and it sounds like more are growing from that. So again, go to showmeartsacademy.com, and then we have the information on the screen as well to go check out Menopause the Musical. It's going to be starting in January at the Playhouse at Westport Plaza, running through March 31st. And for more information, go to Playhouse at Westport.com or metrotix.com, where you can buy tickets, and the code is PLAZA. You've got a promo running on right now, so the promo code is PLAZA. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. All right, and thank you at home for watching, and keep it right here on STL TV. Experience St. Louis.